Hello and welcome to Words of the Day, where we explore interesting English words that can potentially add a lot of color and life to your writing. To make things even more interesting, we will learn one new word from each of the following parts of speech: verb, adjective, and noun. To begin, let's talk about the word assuage. To assuage is to lessen a feeling or sensation, typically one that is unpleasant. A few synonyms, aka similar words, include relieve, ease, and subdue. If you need to convey the complete opposite of assuage, here are some antonyms, aka opposite words: aggravate, worsen, intensify. Now that we have the definition of assuage along with some synonyms and antonyms, let's look at this verb in a deeper context. Take, for instance, a child who just awoke from a terrifying nightmare. Perhaps their unconscious mind was reflecting images of spiders, snakes, ghosts, or clowns. Whatever the child saw within their nightmare frightened them so much that they woke up screaming and sweating. Naturally, the distressed child screams for their mother or father, desperate for their protector's comfort. Startled by their child's blood-curdling screams, the parent bolts to the bedroom with a racing heart and sweaty palms. After entering their child's room, the parent instinctively runs toward the child to shield them from any physical threats. However, the parent sees nothing out of the ordinary lurking about. It was then they realized that the child most certainly experienced a nightmare, and as we all know, nightmares may not be a tangible reality, but the emotions they elicit are very much real. Now that we have plenty of context, let's insert our new verb into the scene. Soon after the parent arrived to the conclusion that their child experienced a terrifying nightmare, they tried to assuage the child's fears by checking under the bed and in the closet for monsters and other spooky creatures that go bump in the night. By proving that there was nothing to be afraid of, the child was able to fall back asleep, confident that everything was going to be okay. Now it is time to discuss our next word of the day, fortuitous. A descriptive adjective, fortuitous describes an unplanned event, particularly one that is viewed as positive or lucky in some way. Here are some synonyms for fortuitous: lucky, unplanned, serendipitous. Some antonyms include unlucky, designed, and deliberate. Every day, a woman orders the same coffee at the same coffee shop. On one ordinary, typical, mundane morning, the woman orders her typical cup of coffee. Normally, she would have her coffee to go, but for whatever reason, she felt compelled to enjoy her favorite hot beverage in the little cafe instead. After all, she wasn't in a rush. Underestimating the temperature of the coffee, the woman took the first sip, unaware of how hot it really was. As soon as the coffee touched her tongue, the woman dropped the coffee cup due to the overwhelmingly painful burning sensation. Frustrated and slightly embarrassed, the woman stands up and walks toward the area with the napkins. With plenty of napkins at the ready, the woman begins to pat her clothes, drenched in piping hot liquid. Adding to her embarrassment, a handsome gentleman noticed her moment of distress and made light of the situation, and several jokes later, the man and the woman were sitting at a table together, talking and laughing until the cafe closed. Let's see our adjective in action. The woman and her now husband met by way of a fortuitous encounter at a local coffee shop. Life is unpredictable at best, and no one knows what will happen. Of course, we all experience bad days, but there are also the moments that define who we are as people. They say that the best things in life happen unexpectedly. In other words, the greatest moments are likely to be those that arose out of fortuitous circumstances. For our final word of the day, we have muse. A muse is a noun describing a creative artist's source of inspiration. Typically, a muse is an individual, however, anything can be a muse. Here are some synonyms: inspiration, afflatus, and stimulus. And of course, here are some antonyms: hindrance, deterrent, hazard. Sure, some people leave something more to be desired, capable of boring you to tears. On the other hand, there are people that take our breaths away. Maybe this special someone is the beautiful woman in your writing class, the man who works 3 jobs to support his family, or perhaps it's the 3-time cancer survivor who never lets their illness stop them from enjoying life. Whether it's physical beauty or emotional beauty, some people can't help but inspire us to create profound works of art in their honor. He had seen plenty of gorgeous women throughout his life, but no one could hold a candle to Aurora. A woman with long, wavy auburn hair and bright green eyes, Aurora certainly caught the eyes of most people who met her. The man, who was an accomplished oil painter, would spend hours painting the woman's face. Aurora was his muse in both looks and character.